Today I'm interviewing Keith Mulholland of Nuts, Rage and Cheap Purple fame. How are you, Keith? Alright?
Fine, mate, yeah, good.
Market Square Records just released a Nuts album called Tightened Up. We won there, this great live recording.
Right, yeah, beauty of Facebook, this. A fellow called Pete Muir got in touch with me through Facebook. The album was recorded at the Great Hopper just before we did Black Sabbath tour. We knew we did it, we knew it was a good recording, but we completely forgot all about it, to be honest. And he contacted me and he said they've acquired the tapes, so they'd like to release the album. And when we heard it, it's great, better than the live album we did for A&M. This is what we were, a live band, you know. It was great, love them.
Great live band.
Yeah.
How are the sales going?
Pardon?
How are the sales going on?
I don't know at the moment. I know they are actually selling quite a lot, you know, but I don't know the figures. And they're just getting on with it, you know, leaving it up to them.
You had a good fan following in the Midlands anyway, didn't you?
Yeah. Local and internationally, yeah, very good.
I believe you're recording with Mick Davenport and Dave Lloyd.
Yeah.
The other members of Nuts on some new material. When are you going to release it?
That's a difficult one. I mean, we are recording at the moment, but it's trying to tie everybody down. Dave works away a lot. We're all doing different things, it's just the way it is. So really, when we can all tie it together.
Yeah, but you're all in different bands.
Yeah.
Aren't you? That's
yeah.
The thing. After Nuts became Rage, and tragically the much loved John Myler passed away, what direction musically did you take?
That was weird, that, because it was really scatter. It was just completely mad playing with everyone.
Yeah.
Because when John died, I felt like I lost my right arm, you know, really did. It was very difficult, that, you know. I mean, worked with a lot of different drummers, you know, Lou from Exports, of course, like, you know, loads of different people. So it was a bit difficult time, that, you know, because we've been together so long as Nuts. Well, the lineup was Nuts, and then we were in different lineups then with different bands. But yeah, I mean, that was really good experience from my point of view.
In the 70s there were so many excellent bands. You could see a live band any night of the week at various venues. There are new Liverpool bands. Have you seen anyone that you're very impressed by? Or?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of young bands, mate, they're really good. Red Threads, saw them, they were, yeah, really good, yeah, you know. If you only got to go to the clubs in town now, you see there's a lot of bands in town. All having a go. Yeah, and it's good, and I think it's quite nice, you know, the way they're getting on with it. Because a few years back I was starting to feel a little bit, hang on, these tapes and whatever, you know, and samples, it's just not happening, this, it's awful. But bands are out there using real instruments. Yeah,
you're playing in quite a few bands at the moment, aren't you? Can you name a few and what sort of music you're doing? I know one of them is actually a tribute band to Deep Purple.
Yeah, yeah.
And you've actually played with Ian Gillan in a band yourself, haven't you?
Yes, I was in a band with Harry and Steve Morris and Lou, which was Garth Rocket and the Moonshiners, which was Gillan's alter ego. Yeah, that was a great tour, that, I've got to be honest. It actually started off as one gig for Phil Easton in Southport, and that was it. And Gillan liked it so much that we put a tour together.
Were you playing with another band doing Pink Floyd stuff as well?
That's right.
Have you been on gigs with them before, or festivals? Pardon? Have you done any gigs with Deep Purple or Pink Floyd or anyone like that before?
We've done quite a few, well, Cheap Purple as they call now, you know, that's our sort of tribute.
Yeah.
And Uncomfortably Numb, which is the Floyd tribute. It's great because you're playing classic stuff.
But didn't you actually play on gigs with these guys when you were in Nuts and that?
Yeah.
Reading Festival you done, didn't you? So?
Yeah, you had all the big bands there. You know, Who, Queen, Zepp, everyone, you know, Rory Gallagher, you name them, you know, it's like a waterfall of bands. You just, I mean, really, if I would have had my camera and got all the photographs of sort of one of those jobs, they'd be worth a fortune now, but you don't do it because they're all musos, they're all the same.
So how did you get in touch with Ian Gillan again, or did he get in touch with you to do this?
Excuse me. That came through Steve Morris, that and Phil Easton.
Yeah.
That he just wanted to put this gig together.
Did you audition for him, or did you just say?
No, we just got the songs together and went for it. He knew our catalogue, like, you know, where we came from, so obviously we could put the stuff together. But yeah, that was great fun, that, must have been.
That's great,
yeah. And played with one of the big stars, like, you know, top man.
Keith, after being signed to major labels and performing at stadium gigs all over the world with Nuts and Rage, you've been playing with tribute bands, haven't you?
Yeah.
Since then. How do you find that, you know, compared to playing all the big stadium gigs and the Reading festivals now, doing tribute band stuff?
Yeah, it's. I know where you're coming with this one. It's great playing all the big gigs, marvellous, you know. the audiences. I mean, one of the highlights is when we did Reading the second time, and we really did storm that one. It was brilliant, and it was like the crowd went mad because they wouldn't give us an encore, and nearly launched themselves at the stage. They all ran round the side, and they were going to push the fence down, and it was. You know, the people who were running the festival actually freaked out. I mean, that was a great feel, that, you know.
Who were some of the big names on
that day?
Yeah.
Well, there was a couple of local bands actually as well. Phil Jones with Next was on.
Phil Jones,
yeah. Linda's Farm. I think it was Rory Gallagher and Crow that day. As I say, you know, when you're there and you're on a high, it's just like a whirlwind. You're meeting people very quickly. Memories in it, you know.
Well, you're also going to play with Rory Gallagher when you one point.
Yeah, there was.
Sadly, he passed away, didn't he?
Yeah, well, yeah, that was very sad. Rory was a lovely man, and believe me, he was a top musician, but yeah, a lovely guy. When Jerry McAvoy decided to leave, I mean, there was a thing there. That's another story. I saw Jerry. He said, you know, he's looking for a bass player, you know, for the band. So I went down, auditioned with Jed Ryan.
Yeah.
Which was great. But then, like, Rory is starting to look quite big. He'd had a liver transplant, and he just went sadly downhill after that, and then passed away, didn't he?
It's a shame. You've also played with the guys in Smokey, haven't you?
Oh, Chris Norman, yeah. That was it. That was great. That, yeah, you know.
Europe, was it?
All over Europe, yeah. He was. Well, he's still a massive star in Europe.
Is he?
Yeah, had a lot of hits. You know, really has. Yeah, number ones. You know, best-selling albums everywhere. So I was with Chris for a good few years, you know, and we did, you know, a lot of major venues. It was good.
Well, what would you say was your highlight of your career, you know?
Well, I think
so
as
far,
like a high, yeah, I think it was when we did that second gig, second Reading Festival. Yeah. It was, because when we came off, it was just unbelievable feeling that.
But you also played the Ogre Whistle Test, didn't you?
Yeah.
Was that any good or?
Yeah.
Was that a good experience?
Brilliant. Yeah, I mean, Bob, Whispering Bob, lovely man, yeah.
There's all the recording from that on YouTube.
On YouTube, yeah.
And you've been getting loads of hits.
Yeah, I mean, now, like, everybody videos everything, you know, hence this, like, you know, it's the cameras, you can get an amazing amount of footage now. Then, video, I mean, I know somebody somewhere got a copy of us at Reading the first time, and it must have been done on film, must have been.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant if you get a copy of that.
Yeah, I'd love that.
A copy myself.
Yeah, I know, yeah. I don't think it had any sound, but it was just a film, you know.
Well, thanks very much anyway, Keith, for the interview.
Good to see you, so, yeah.
Thank you.